A customer's brand new Toyota Tundra engine exploded at 47,000 miles. Metal debris Toyota left inside during manufacturing tore through the crankshaft, seized the engine instantly, and left him stranded 400 miles from home with his family. The repair? $18,000 for a new engine, on a truck he'd owned 18 months. That's number one. But before we get there, I need to show you 5 other trucks destroying owners right now, with catastrophic failures, class action lawsuits, and financial devastation that dealers hide until after you sign. At number 6, Rivian R1T, the $90,000 electric truck named least reliable vehicle by Consumer Reports. Let me start with the one that sounds exciting until reality hits. The Rivian R1T is the first mass-produced electric pickup, and it looks incredible. Futuristic design, 835 horsepower tri-motor, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. It's also Consumer Reports' lowest rated truck for reliability after analyzing data from over 300,000 vehicles. Not just low, dead last. The 2022 model year, the first production year, has been a disaster. Multiple recalls for airbags not deploying properly in crashes. The auto hold park feature fails randomly, causing the truck to roll away when you think it's parked. One owner reported the truck rolling backward in his driveway, nearly hitting his garage door. External lighting failures are epidemic. Headlights go dark while driving. Turn signals stop working. These aren't minor annoyances. These are safety systems failing on a $90,000 vehicle. But the real nightmare is what owners report beyond recalls. Battery range drops dramatically below advertised. Rivian claims 328 miles. Real-world highway driving, owners report 220 to 240 miles, especially in cold weather. That's a 27% range loss that makes road trips gambling. The software glitches constantly. Touchscreen freezes, navigation crashes, the truck computer reboots while driving. One owner described the entire display going black at night on a dark highway, losing speedometer, navigation, everything. Here's the financial devastation. Rivian R1Ts cost $85,000 to $95,000 new depending on configuration. After 2 years, resale values collapsed 42%. You paid $90,000, it's worth $52,000. You lost $38,000 in 24 months. That's not depreciation. That's a financial massacre because nobody wants a used EV with unknown battery health and constant reliability issues. And service is a nightmare. Rivian has limited service centers. If your truck breaks down 200 miles from the nearest location, you're paying thousands for towing and waiting weeks for repairs. You bought a truck for adventure, and now you're terrified to leave cell phone coverage. But at least Rivian admits their problems and tries to fix them. The next truck's manufacturer is fighting a class action lawsuit while engines fail catastrophically. Number 5, Ford F-150 Power Boost Hybrid, where the worst reliability score meets the best-selling truck. The F-150 Power Boost combines a 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 with an electric motor for 430 horsepower and built-in generator capability. Sounds perfect for contractors and adventurers, except Consumer Reports gives it the worst predicted reliability score of any truck on the market. Worse than Rivian, worse than anything. The 2022 and 2023 model years are particularly catastrophic. Owners report turbocharger failures at 40,000 to 60,000 miles. Repair cost $3,200 to $4,800. The 10-speed transmission shudders, hesitates, and sometimes refuses to shift properly. Dealers update software repeatedly, but the problem returns. One customer had his transmission serviced 6 times in 18 months under warranty. Ford kept saying it was fixed. It wasn't. The hybrid battery system fails unpredictably. The truck won't start, throws error codes, requires complete battery module replacement at $7,000 to $12,000. And here's the killer. This often happens just after warranty expires at 36,000 miles. You're making payments on a $68,000 truck that won't start and needs a repair that costs more than a used Honda. Climate control systems fail constantly. No heat in winter, no AC in summer. Infotainment crashes, freezes, or won't boot. But the most terrifying issue? Multiple owners report sudden loss of power while towing on highways. The engine goes into limp mode, cutting power to 20%, while you're pulling 8,000 pounds at 70 miles per hour. That's how rollovers happen. Financial impact is severe. Power Boost models cost $62,000 to $78,000. Resale values dropped 35% in 2 years for 2022 and 2023 models because the market knows they're unreliable. Banks are hesitant to finance used Power Boosts without extended warranties. You paid $68,000 for a truck worth $44,000 after 24 months. That's $24,000 evaporated because Ford's hybrid system is fundamentally flawed. And if you think American hybrid trucks are disasters, wait until you see what's happening to German engineering. Number 4, Ram 1500, where 27 recalls in the first model year proves quality control died. The Ram 1500 rides beautifully, has a luxury interior, and feels more refined than competitors. It's also a rolling disaster with 27 separate recalls for the first model year alone according to NHTSA data. 27 recalls. That's not a truck. That's a recall announcement with wheels. The electronic stability control system randomly disables itself while driving. Over 1.2 million Ram 1000s and 500s from 2019 and 2021 to 2024 were recalled because the ESC can stop working without warning, increasing crash risk. In winter conditions, that's a death sentence. You're driving on ice, the stability control that should save you isn't working, and you don't know until you're spinning. A separate recall affects 33,825 Ram 1500s for damaged Ferret front wheel hub encoder rings that also disable stability control. Ram can't keep the safety systems working. Period. The electrical problems are legendary. Dead batteries, alternator failures, infotainment systems that crash and reboot randomly. One owner described his 2023 Ram dying in a parking lot after a shopping trip, completely dead. No power, no warning. The alternator failed at 18,000 miles. Another owner's instrument cluster went dark while driving on the highway at night. No speedometer, no warning lights, nothing. The truck was still running, but he had no idea how fast he was going or if any systems were failing. The latest recall affects 52,565 heavy-duty Rams, 2,500 through 5,500 models. The occupant restraint controller module goes offline while driving, which disables the driver's airbag, seatbelt pretensioners, and electronic stability control simultaneously. In one failure, you lose crash protection and vehicle stability. That's not a defect, that's engineering incompetence. Here's the financial nightmare. Ram 1500 ES cost $48,000 to $75,000 depending on trim. Consumer Reports gives them a 37 out of 100 reliability score, one of the lowest in the segment. Resale values for 2019 to 2023 models dropped 33% after multiple recalls and stability control failures became public. Insurance companies charge higher premiums for Rams due to recall history and electrical fire risk. And when the electrical system fails randomly and you're stranded, Ram's Fix is a software update that doesn't actually fix the hardware problem causing the failure. But electrical problems seem minor compared to what happens when your engine destroys itself from the inside. Number 3, Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra with 6.2 liters V8, the engine that literally self-destructs without warning. Let me be clear. The Silverado and Sierra are mechanically identical. Same frame, same engines, same problems. And the 6.2-liter L87 V8 has a defect so catastrophic that GM issued a nationwide stop sale order, meaning dealers can't sell new or used trucks with this engine until it's fixed. When the manufacturers stop selling their own trucks, you know it's bad. The problem is manufacturing defects in the crankshaft and connecting rod bearings. Under normal driving, these defective components can fail suddenly, causing the connecting rod to break, punch through the engine block, and destroy the engine completely. This happens without warning. No check engine light, no unusual noise. Just sudden catastrophic failure at highway speeds. Your engine explodes, you lose all power, and you're coasting across 3 lanes of traffic, hoping you don't get hit. NHTSA opened an investigation into 877,000 GM vehicles after 39 owners reported sudden engine seizure or major internal damage. One owner's engine failed at 18,000 miles on a 2022 Silverado. He was towing his boat on the highway when the engine made a loud bang. Smoke poured from under the hood, and the truck lost all power. The connecting rod had broken and punched a hole through the engine block. Repair estimate $14,800 for a remanufactured engine on an 18,000-mile truck he bought 11 months earlier. The recall affects 2021 to 2024 Silverado 1500, Sierra 1500, Suburban, Tahoe, Yukon XL, and Escalade models with the 6.2-liter V8. GM's fix is pathetic. They inspect the engine. If it passes, they install thicker oil and hope it doesn't fail. If it fails inspection, they replace the engine. That's not fixing the defect. That's gambling with your engine and hoping you're not one of the unlucky ones whose engine explodes. But there's more. Even the 5.3-liter V8 has lifter failures that destroy camshafts. Owners report ticking noises from the engine, then complete lifter collapse that requires engine disassembly. Repair cost? $3,500 to $6,200. This affects 2014 to 2024 models. GM's V8 engines are time bombs. You don't know which one will fail or when, but when it does, you're paying 5 figures for repairs. Financial devastation is total. Silverados and Sierras with the 6.2-liter cost $55,000 to $92,000. After the recall and stop sale, resale values collapse 28% for affected years. Banks won't finance them without extended warranties. Insurance companies flag them as high risk. And if you own one, you're driving a truck that could destroy its engine at any moment, leaving you stranded with a $12,000 repair bill. If American engines are disasters, surely Japanese reliability will save you, right? Number 2, Tesla Cybertruck, where body panels fly off at highway speed and nothing works. This isn't a truck, it's a failed experiment that costs $82,000 to $102,000 and brakes in ways trucks shouldn't be physically capable of braking. Body panels detach while driving. The giant windshield wiper fails. The 48-volt electrical system fries itself, and the suspension collapses randomly. This is what happens when a tech company designs a truck without understanding trucks. In March 2025, Tesla recalled over 46,000 Cybertrucks because exterior trim panels can detach while driving, not loose, detach completely. One owner's rear trim panel flew off at 65 miles per hour on the highway and hit the car behind him. Another owner's front fender flare came loose and dragged on the tire, destroying the sidewall. You're driving an $82,000 vehicle held together with hope and inadequate fasteners. The accelerator pedal recall affected 3,800 units. The pedal can get trapped by interior trim, causing unintended acceleration. You're trying to slow down, the pedal is stuck wide open, and the truck keeps accelerating. That's terrifying. The giant single windshield wiper fails constantly, either stopping mid-wipe or falling off entirely. Replacement cost? $165 for a wiper blade. One wiper blade costs more than most people's oil changes. The suspension system is a nightmare. Owners report clunking, grinding, and complete failure of air suspension components. One owner's truck dropped to the ground in his driveway, stuck at minimum ride height. The air compressor failed, the bags leaked, and the system died. Repair estimate $7,800 on a truck with 12,000 miles. The drive-by-wire system, which means there's no mechanical connection between the steering wheel and the wheels, has electronic failures. The system glitches, introducing delay between steering input and wheel movement. Several owners reported the truck pulling unexpectedly or not responding to steering input immediately. That's how single vehicle crashes happen. Range is a joke. Tesla claims 340 miles. Real-world highway driving shows 240 to 270 miles, even worse if you're towing. And when you need to charge, the truck's design prevents it from fitting in many charging station stalls. The length and sharp edges block adjacent spaces. You paid $82,000 for a truck that's difficult to charge and can't park normally. But the worst part? Build quality. Panel gaps you can fit fingers through. Rust appearing on stainless steel panels after weeks. Interior trim falling off. One owner's center touchscreen died permanently at 3,000 miles. Replacement cost? $2,200. This truck costs as much as a BMW X5 and is assembled like a middle school shop class project. And if Tesla's incompetence shocks you, the number 1 truck will destroy your faith in automotive excellence forever. Number 1. Toyota Tundra, the reliability legend that became an engine failure epidemic. This is the one that breaks hearts. For decades, Toyota meant bulletproof reliability. You bought a Tundra, ran it to 300,000 miles, and never worried. The 2022 redesign destroyed that reputation completely. Consumer Reports gives the 2026 Tundra a 32 out of 100 reliability score, dead last among full-size trucks. Toyota fell from first to worst in 4 years. The 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 is catastrophically flawed. In 2024, Toyota recalled 102,000 Tundras and related SUVs for engine defects caused by machining debris left in the crankcase during manufacturing. Metal shavings from the machining process weren't cleaned out properly. Those shavings circulated through the engine, damaging bearings, scoring cylinder walls, and eventually causing complete engine failure. Toyota's quality control was so bad they left metal debris inside engines and shipped them anyway. In late 2025, that recall expanded after reports of catastrophic engine failure. Thousands of additional Tundras from 2022 to 2024 model years are affected. Owners describe sudden knocking sounds, loss of power, and complete seizure. One owner's engine failed at 47,000 miles while driving to visit family. The knocking started suddenly, smoke poured from the exhaust, and the engine locked up. Tow truck to the dealer. Diagnosis: complete engine failure from machining debris. Repair cost: $18,400 for a new engine. Toyota's fix: replace the entire engine because the debris destroyed it beyond repair. But even Tundras that didn't get the catastrophic failure have problems. The glitchy infotainment system freezes, crashes, or refuses to boot. Climate control malfunctions. Owners report build quality issues like misaligned panels, squeaks, and rattles, and interior trim that feels cheaper than the $50,000 to $75,000 price tag suggests. Toyota forgot how to build trucks in the pursuit of complexity. The hybrid version is even worse. Transmission shuddering, hesitation, and violent lurching when shifting. The battery system throws error codes and goes into limp mode. One owner's hybrid Tundra went into limp mode while towing, limiting power to 40% while pulling an 8,000-pound trailer on a mountain pass. That's not just inconvenient, that's dangerous. Here's the betrayal. People bought Tundras specifically for Toyota reliability. They paid premium prices trusting the brand. Now they're getting engine failures at 40,000 to 60,000 miles and watching Toyota fight warranty claims. The financial impact is devastating. 2022 to 2024 Tundras cost $50,000 to $75,000 new. After engine recalls and failure reports, resale values dropped 38%. You paid $62,000 for a 2022 Tundra that's worth $38,000 today. That's $24,000 lost because Toyota rushed a redesign and shipped defective engines. And the worst part, Toyota owners are loyal. They trusted the brand. They paid extra for reliability. Now they're stranded with engine failures, fighting for warranty coverage, and watching their trucks lose value faster than American brands they avoided, specifically because of reliability fears. Toyota destroyed 40 years of reputation in 4 model years. So there you have it, 6 pickup trucks destroying owners right now. Rivian's least reliable electric disaster, Ford's hybrid catastrophe, Ram's 27 recalls and electrical nightmares, Chevy and GMC's exploding engines with stop sale orders, Tesla's flying body panels and suspension failures, and Toyota, the ultimate betrayal, where the reliability king became the engine failure epidemic. The pattern is clear. Modern trucks are too complex. Manufacturers prioritize features over reliability, and when they fail, you're paying tens of thousands to fix vehicles you bought specifically because they weren't supposed to break. If you're shopping for a truck, avoid these 6. If you own one, document every problem and use lemon law protection before a warranty expires, because these aren't minor issues. These are catastrophic failures, destroying people's transportation, finances, and trust in brands that used to mean something. Which one shocked you most? Share your story in the comments if you've been burned by any of these. And if this video saved you from making a $70,000 mistake, subscribe, because dealers won't tell you this truth. They just want the commission.